None shall pass.
What?
None shall pass.
Oh, I have no quarrel with you, sir, brave Sir Knight, but I must cross this bridge.
Then you shall die.
I command you, as King of the Britons, to stand aside.
I move for no man.
So be it. Take your arm off. Now stand aside, worthy adversary.
This is but a scratch.
A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
Well, what's that then?
I've had worse.
You're a liar.
Come on, pansy.
I take your other arm off. Victory is mine. I thank thee, O Lord, that in thy time
Come on,
here...
then.
What? Stop kicking me. You are... take your other leg off. You are indeed brave, Sir Knight, but the fight is mine.
Had enough?
You stupid bastard. You haven't gotten any arms left.
Of course I have.
Look!
What? Just a flesh wound.
Stop that.
Had enough?
I'll have your leg. Take your leg off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's time for As the Buckle Turns Debate Club, and I'm Adam.
I'm Tim.
This week on this show, we are talking about Miro.
Yes, we got into prompt conversation in the last episode, so we figured...
I mean, we could just keep going with that if you really want.
No, well...
Part 2.
Part 2, no. So we're going to be talking about Miro in his TNT Championship win last night on Dynamite. This is recording on Thursday, and this will probably go up on Sunday or Monday, or whenever I remember to put it up.
Or Tuesday, or sometime before next Friday.
Maybe if we're lucky.
All right, that's cool.
So we're talking about that, and we'll probably get into the little bit of the TNT Championship a little bit, because I have some stuff I want to talk about that in general. But yeah, so Adam, I don't know about why, but my arms and legs really hurt for some reason. I mean, and I found them on the ground, and I put them back on, but they still hurt.
What? You're a loony.
Duh.
Anyway.
So
yes, Miro.
We're going to talk about Miro here.
Jeez.
So last night, hold on. I'm a little thirsty. I need a little something to wet my whistle.
What are you thinking of using to wet your whistle?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Are you going to do the do?
Do the do?
Oh, yeah. This show not brought to you by Mountain Dew.
No.
Or any... Wait, let's go ahead and pause for our sponsors here.
Wow.
That's right. We didn't have any.
Wow, that's a lot of sponsors.
No,
wait.
That's not a lot of sponsors. Go ahead and contact us if you wish to sponsor us in any way.
And feel free to sponsor me, but not Adam if you want to.
Oh, for crying out loud.
He always hogs the AEW money.
There is no AEW money.
I see that new platinum chain over there.
It's not platinum.
But you're not denying that the existence of a chain.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There we go.
I can neither confirm nor deny my riches at this time.
Anyway, so back to Miro. So he won decisively against Darby Allin.
It was the best way to describe it. Truly was a squash match.
Yes, but in a way, it was a very well done one because Wrestle Talk pointed out, because I haven't watched the match, I'm definitely going to go back and find it to watch it because I want to see a bunch of the stuff on the show. Mm-hmm. But this is one specifically. Is they really sold up Darby's injuries from being thrown down the stairs last week.
Okay.
Also, they had a nice little moment where Sting and Darby Allin looked at each other, and they both knew he couldn't win this one.
He's not going to win this one.
And they fist bumped each other anyway to get a go. And it's just like,
all right. I mean, that's a good way to do it. For a face to see that in the match, I'm not winning this match,
but I'm still going to go at it.
But we're going to have fun. I like that. I like that.
And it's a great little heat there. Miro is finally where people wanted him when he came into the company.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, this just means that AEW is clearly paying too much attention to former WWE talent. Therefore, they are becoming TNA 2.0.
And WCW 3.0?
Yes, exactly. They're burying like the homegrown talent. I can't believe they're doing this.
No, they're not.
I know.
I mean, Darby Allin has the longest title reign into the TNT Championship.
Exactly.
At the moment.
We said early on that this TNT Championship, once Darby had it, it's going to be his home for a bit.
He's actually stated, since he's lost it, that he doesn't want the World Championship. He wants the TNT Championship. People have asked him, like, he actually said that after the close of the show, off the air.
Yeah.
He said, people saying, when are you going to win the big one? He's like, I don't want that one. I want the TNT Championship.
Look, it truly is their TV title.
No, it's not.
It's not, but it kind of is.
And when they do the open challenges, yes, but I don't see it as a TV
No,
title. Because a TV title is defended everyone, which is why everyone does the TV title wrong.
But the way that they're using the TNT title to kind of carry Dynamite, instead of the
well, that's what all other championships are meant to do. Your top titles for all your divisions are not to carry the TV. They're there for special occasion matches on TV for title defenses, and they're meant to draw people into the pay-per-view.
It's your secondary titles that will be carrying your TV.
Yes.
And the TNT title truly is a very good... They've done a very good job with doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. And the reason why I'm kind of delaying right now because I'm trying to get the official. So Darby Allin has held the TNT title for 186 days.
186.
It doesn't feel like he had it that long of a reign.
No,
because let's be honest. When he first won it, he didn't defend it that much because he was still doing that Team Taz stuff that built up to. But after that,
did an open challenge for a while.
After that, he beat Brian Cage for the defending the TNT title, and then after Revolution, they've done an excellent job of building him up and defending that.
Yeah,
which really helped save the reign in a sense. They should have done a little bit more soon after he won it, but it worked out in the end.
Right.
And this is how you want Darby to drop the belt. In this way, because you're making someone a heel who he beat the bigger guy, a small guy like Darby, beating the unbeatable challenger he's going up against. He finally met someone who he just couldn't do it, but he was also not 100%.
Right.
So it makes sense for the unstoppable force to crush him. So the next time they face, and he's at full strength, even if he loses, it's a bigger battle this time, or if he wins, it shows that he's grown since then, but also the guy didn't have the same advantage.
Right.
So this was a good overall. And now we have Miro, where people who said they didn't like how he came in as the best man with Kip Sabian.
He was just used poorly.
I
blah, blah, blah.
still hold to this day it was the best way to do it. Because, you're not overusing him.
Right.
You're helping him grow one of your homegrown talents who the past year didn't have a lot of exposure on TV.
Right.
Yes, on Dark, but not your main show.
Exactly.
Kip Sabian has been on TV a lot. Yes, he wasn't used to the best ability. He was more of a gimmick and joke comedy character in a sense.
Right.
But he still had TV time.
Also, it allowed Miro to have a soft open with the TNT audience.
Yeah.
Or the Dynamite audience.
And really repaired the damage WWE did to him.
Yes.
But now we're at that level where everyone wanted him. That's awesome. We got there. They know how to use him. It's just they had to set this up.
Right.
And now you have multiple contenders. You have Kip Sabian when he returns.
Right.
Miro is still champion there. You have that feud regardless if he's champion or not when he returns.
Brian Cage.
You have Brian Cage you can get out there. You have
pretty much anybody on Team Taz.
You have Darby Allin again.
You save that one for a bit.
Oh yeah, obviously, but I'm saying you still have that.
Yeah. I mean, if this was WWE, Darby would be having a match at Double or Nothing.
Oh, really?
That's where the rematch would happen.
Wait, you really think that long? No, he'd have it on this week's Dynamite.
There's 3 weeks. There's what, 2 weeks until then? Yeah, it'll be Dynamite this week.
He'd have it this coming Dynamite. Then he'll have another match up at Double or Nothing.
Of course, yeah.
And then a rematch to that Double or Nothing matchup the following week after Double or Nothing.
No, stop doing that shit.
Yes. So this was actually a really good thing. So we were talking about this when we did the whole Samoa Joe Miro thing, eventually getting that TNT, then moving on to the world title. This is how you build Miro to get to that main event level spot. Because he's there. We got him, and now he can just go on a tear. And then when he drops the belt, he puts another town over.
Yes.
And they'll do it in a way it doesn't hurt him.
I mean, honestly, you can have him drop it to Darby again, bringing it back to Darby, and immediately, like, just throw him into the next feud is somebody who's in the main event picture.
No, I don't think dropping it back to Darby is the best. Okay. Because they did that the last time the title changed hands.
Yeah.
Before Darby, they did that already.
Oh yeah, they did.
Don't do that again.
Put somebody else over.
You put someone else over. You can always bring Darby back around to this.
And
this should definitely be Darby's home for the next 2 years. He can get main event level and World Title Championship opportunities, but he is home and where he feels comfortable and actually does really well is the TNT picture for the time being.
So I have an idea that would be one. I know this is supposed to be Miro, but regarding Darby, every time he gets a number one contenders match, or he becomes the number one contender and gets a title shot, it's just after dropping the TNT title, because he has such a good record, he immediately just gets put at the top. He's just like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't really care about this match. So he purposely loses another match. Like
that just doesn't fit his character.
No, but like, or just like one time he wins the championship, and it's just one of those that like he holds the belt and he's just like, I mean, cool, but
I want that one.
I like the TNT belt.
Yeah,
and he goes I know it would break the character, but like he tries to trade with the current TNT champion. He's like, and they're like, what? No, I can't do that. Dude, Tony's like, you can't do that. Dude, I strip you of the title. And he's like, all right.
Dude, no. I think you're confusing John Silver's character with Darby Allin's character.
John Silver would totally do that. He's like, I see. John Silver should get the TNT title. Oh my God, Silver takes it off of Miro.
Oh, we'll get there in a second.
Oh,
we'll get there.
That would be a put over.
But so now, like, we'll get back to Miro because we'll bring Darby into this. This is really gonna be like Miro, focusing around Miro and the TNT title, and anyone in there is really what I'm thinking about. This is gonna be, just because it's just a great thing. Now I want to go in Double or Nothing. Adam, marks 1 year since the TNT Championship was formed.
Really?
It marks 1 year. I know. It feels like it's been like 20 years since that belt was designed.
Well, I mean, 2020 was 20 years long.
Yeah. And it came in about 5. It came in at the end of 5 years into that 20 years. Exactly. So about 15 years seems like it.
It's got a huge history at this point.
No, actually, it only has 5 champions.
That's still ridiculous.
And only 4 men have held it because one has held it twice.
Yes.
So Cody won it at Double or Nothing. Then he dropped it to Brody Lee, who then dropped it back to Cody, who dropped it to Darby, and now Darby to Miro. 5 contenders, 1 year. What is that? Too many contenders? Too many champions in 1 year?
No,
especially for a new title.
No, because of the way that I know that you hate the term TV title, but that's the best way. I know it's a secondary title.
That's what I would call it. I would refer to the secondary title.
I feel that because it's defended much more often, the idea of 5 people holding that belt is not surprising. Or 5 champions, not 4 people, but 5 champions over the time period of almost 1 year is not that surprising for a belt that seemingly is defended much more often.
No, I agree. And I know the TV, but like I just call it the secondary title.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. It's a second tier title for that mid card people to fight over, build towards, and it's defended more often. But even if it wasn't defended as often as it was with the Open Challenge, it still makes sense to have it change hands about 4 times.
Yeah.
With five different champions, 4 different men. In a year, because it's a second tier. It can do that. When you start having your world title change hands
5 times in it just under a year.
Oh, I had a better example of that.
Oh, okay.
19 times in a year.
Holy.
The WWE did that.
19 title changes in one. What year was that?
I believe it was in during the Attitude Era.
99?
No, I can't remember which one it was. It was
2000 would make sense.
It was that, or it was in the very beginning of the Ruthless Aggression Era.
Oh yeah, might have been then.
It was you go back and look at it. It's like 19 title. Like, or maybe not 19, but there's like 10 to 12 different champions in 1 year.
Yeah.
For that one. But when you look at the time, it was a great year for storytelling and everything.
Yeah. Oh no, that's the year that we had Kurt Angle held it, Austin held it, The Rock held it, Undertaker held it. Yeah, that is 2000. Mm-hmm. That's Triple H held it. There's 5 right there.
Yeah, there was a lot of champions in that year.
And I think it changed between each of them at least twice.
Yeah, something like that. But at that time, we don't look down on that time frame as a bad year. You just had so many potential champions that you just had to.
Yeah,
it made sense. So, going that many route is not a good thing in general. But sometimes
magic gets hit.
It just works out. It did. And the same thing falls in line with like a middle card. You can do that more often.
Yes.
Not as often as they did in the Attitude Era with the Intercontinental Championship, which still I enjoyed, but there's a reason why.
It's a little too much hot potato going on with that.
Not even that. It was just that title wasn't defended or really had much value for the longest time. And it wasn't long after that they stopped having the title defended for almost 8 years at WrestleMania. That was also thanks to the creation of the Money in the Bank matchup.
Yeah.
And the Intercontinental Champion was usually in that match. But still, it was just like, you enter the time frame where the Intercontinental Championship didn't have value.
No.
So, while you had 5 different champions for men, it works out, I think, really well. I would say this next year, have less. Maybe like 3.
Okay.
And because you can always play around with it, but if you get a hot potato situation,
honestly, you can build Miro up as like this nigh unstoppable force.
Oh yeah.
From now until Revolution, basically full gear, maybe.
No. I would say if you're gonna do it, you build him to All Out. Or maybe Full Gear, but I think they let me a little too far. But anyway, the whole point, like in the next year, you could have less, or if you get some people that you could use it really hot potato with between.
Yeah.
Great, do that. Like, you can use that. So, to go on, I have a list.
You have a list
of 5 people.
Okay.
6 people.
6 people.
Yeah, 6 people.
Okay. Good.
Who I think off the roster could be the person to take the belt off of.
Okay.
Miro.
Let's break this down then.
We're gonna start with the most unlikely, but would be kind of cool if he did it.
Unlikely.
And that is your boy John 4 Silver.
Oh yes, 4.
That's what it says on his.
Oh yeah, he's
John 4 Silver because he's number 4.
He's number 4. By the way, I like 10's new mask.
I think I've seen it.
It's very Joker-esque.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that now. So yeah, this would be awesome because this is where John Silver should be.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe by the end of next year, I would see him being a TNT championship.
I mean, right now he's coming back from shoulder surgery.
No,
injury,
rehab.
But
yeah, injury. That's why I'm saying like, having him being the pitcher and then winning it around this time next year is more likely, so you can really build him up towards that. But
I mean, also John Silver. I mean, just this week got beat up by the Best Friends.
Oh man, that sucks.
Orange Cassidy joined in, and that dude does a lot of damage.
Yes, he does.
What's her name? God,
Chris Statlander?
Yeah, Statlander. Her power levels are over 9,000.
Well, that's not a surprise. She's an alien.
I know, and she kicked him a bunch of times too.
So next year around this time, I think would be the best time for him to win it. So not to be the one, but I wouldn't be disappointed if he was the one that took the belt off of Miro.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go with the next.
And when John Silver wins it, he has to be wearing the ring gear that Brody Lee gave him.
Yes, he does.
And every time before it, he doesn't wear. I wanted to see him like have 4 or 5 chances by Double or Nothing next year.
So he's already had 1.
Yeah.
So he needs to have
4 more.
Nope.
3 more.
3 more, because the 4th one.
Yeah.
He wins it because
he's number 4.
There you go.
And he loses it on his 4th defense.
That'd be hilarious. It'd be a nice little run for him.
Yeah.
It'd be a nice little mini story. Okay, so we're going to go for the next person. A little bit more likely to win it, but probably still the less likely out of all the other people.
Okay.
Sammy Guevara.
Ooh, very nice.
I like him. Like, again, another person. This should be his home for the next 3 to 4 years, maybe even 5 years.
Wow.
For Sammy, because I want them to really slow burn his rise to the top of the company.
Okay.
Like Darby, next 2 to 3 years, we're good. I would say do that.
Okay.
Sammy, but a little bit further out. This way, you're having these young, good-looking guys coming up at different intervals, so they don't come up at the same time in that there.
Oh no,
but they still
totally makes sense.
But they still have all their feuds
throughout
the mid card. So when you get them, you're now elevated these feuds to the main event level. It's there. But again, I just don't think he would be the one to do it. But again,
not right
someone
now.
I would I would actually kind of like.
I'd like to see a defense this during. I'd like to see Sammy be one of the people that who you've said so far.
People who
are people that I'm like, no, I want to see Miro defeat these guys.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to continue.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to continue. Go with the next person, a little bit higher up.
Okay.
On who could be the one to beat Miro, but unlikely.
Still unlikely. Okay.
Jungle Boy.
Again, somebody that will definitely should be during his career, early career.
Yep.
Over the next couple of years. Be in this TNT scene.
Yep, and hold it at some
and hold
point.
it, yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he did beat Miro, but I don't think it is. I think there's a better.
I have a feeling that with how Jungle Boy is, he most likely will be brought up closer to the main event scene earlier.
Probably because Cody has high hopes for him.
Well, I mean, also the fact of who
everything we've heard about is that they're holding off on a big run with him.
Yeah,
until their fans back in the really back out there.
I mean, also, when MJF finally holds the championship.
Yep.
I want Jungle Boy to be one of the people that MJF's like, I've already beaten you. I'm gonna give you the open challenge. Come on, try to beat me. I'll put the belt up. And just one of those mocking things, and still beats him, of course.
Yeah.
And then it's Jungle Boy later down the road that finally gets to hold that wonderful belt.
Yep. Okay, so the next person out of the 7 people who are like to see.
Wait, you've added to this list?
Yeah, I forgot one. Is Orange Cassidy.
Oh yeah, of course.
This one I actually wouldn't be surprised if the one is the person who actually does do it. But
I mean, his power levels. He could just destroy, Miro with those kicks.
But they just got done with a feud with each other in a tag team. So I mean, yes, coming back
yet.
But having him come back later on, if you're gonna give Miro a really, really long run,
yes,
then you can full gear. Then you can
yeah.
bring that around for that one. But
he does it at Revolution. They really go like almost year with Miro.
Well, they did it with Shida for the women's division.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Okay, so the next person, but definitely unlikely to.
Oh, we've
No,
moved back to definitely unlikely.
But would like to see, would be okay with it. MJF.
Yes. I mean, I really feel that he needs to, at some point, hold that belt or completely skip it.
No, he needs to hold this one.
I
hate when you are trying to make a star and you bypass the mid-card title. Very few people does it work for. It worked for Brock Lesnar. They got lucky with Batista by him missing it.
Yeah, I know.
But generally, when you admit they don't hold the mid-card title, even how good they are, it doesn't work out in the end.
Oh, no, I want him to hold it, but I also want him, like, it's not the first championship belt he goes for.
No,
he purposely goes after the
well, he's already gone after the AW World title once.
He goes after it. He purposely keeps going after that one.
Yeah.
Until he realizes maybe it's just better to, you know what? I'm gonna go after the TNT belt, and it immediately wins it.
And he doesn't have to have a long run with it.
No.
It could be like more like he needs gold. He feels like he needs to have some gold.
Pinnacle needs him to hold gold. The FTR already hold gold.
Yep.
And he's just like, well, fine, I'll take the TNT title.
Yeah, and then he can have a little run with that. But I don't think they are. I think they're dead set on him. His first title will be the world. I think it's a mistake. I think he needs the mid-card championship because I think you can put it on him and elevate that almost to a main event level title.
Maybe.
With him, because if he's having main event level feuds with a TNT title around him, you really help that look of that belt. So when whoever he drops it to looks good in the win.
I want to see a show where MJF is booked for the World Heavyweight Championship. Mm-hmm. Spears is booked for the TNT Championship. And FTR is booked for the Tag Team Championship. And the idea is the Pinnacle has reached the pinnacle. They're all walking out champs tonight.
Yep.
MJF does not. Mm-hmm. And it gets under his skin. And because of that, once Spears drops the belt, he immediately goes after the TNT belt. And, like, stepping in front of Spears, like, rematch clause or something.
No. Even to the point where, because they don't do rematch clauses in AEW, is he gets put into a triple threat match.
Yeah.
And Spears is like, wait, but I'm the champion. Like,
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
No, we're here to make sure the gold stays here. I have your back. But if something does happen,
Pinnacle is walking out with the championship.
Pinnacle still has the gold, but I have your back, and it's the MJ. I have your back.
I've got your back.
And Sean Spears, being Sean Spears, truly actually believes him.
Yeah.
So okay, the next.
But Sean doesn't take the pin though.
No, he doesn't.
No, it's the other guy.
It's the other guy. The next person on this list who is a good candidate.
Yes.
But ultimately not the one I want to be the one to take it off.
Okay.
Because that's Orange Cassidy or the top guy. And that is Drunken Hangman Page. I had to throw Drunken in there. But Hangman Page. I absolutely want Page to hold the TNT title before he wins the world title.
Yes.
Because I think it's just like, the way you build this towards him is because, like,
oh my God.
Wrestle Talk pointed out, like, why did he lose to Brian Cage? He lost that so he didn't have to face his old friends.
Yes.
And colleagues. Maybe take a loss again because maybe he doesn't feel worthy of being at that level. The TNT title is that first step of him going like, no.
Oh.
I am good. I am ready for this. And it's the motivation. It's encouragement to build him up as a character saying, no, I am worthy of that title, and I can beat Kenny.
Yes.
So that's what I would like.
I like...
And having him beat Miro is another one of those...
Yes, it is.
Especially after Miro just constantly destroys him for weeks on end.
Yes. I like that idea. I really like Hangman Page, having this. And I kind of feel I want Hangman Page. I'm not saying that his reign needs to go so far.
No.
But there needs to be a point where he wins a reason to to challenge for the world championship, and then also just before it wins the TNT. But the only way that this will work, and New Japan had to freaking ruin it by combining their belts.
Yep.
But if they had it still, is that Kota Ibushi versus Hangman Page, both of them holding their 2 belts.
No.
I'd be like, oh, 2-belt Adam. No, it's one of those that like
It'd be 2-belt Page, by the way.
I think it would be cool for AEW to, because of Page being a 2-belt champion, they implement a rule that if you are challenging for a belt while holding a title, that you drop the title that you have. You have to forfeit that one to be able to have that match.
Yeah, but then hurts that championship because
nope. You can then also incorporate it as you show that the TNT belt really is your stepping stone.
True, but at the same time, it can still hurt that. It was the reason why people were worried about the Intercontinental Championship being a dual championship, because eventually you have to have someone give it up, or so it was just one thing. But it's way too soon to do the dual championship.
Yeah, of course.
But so there's one person more, the one that I want to see be the person to take the belt off of Miro.
Yeah.
And that man's name is Pac.
Yeah.
With his brutal gimmick that he has, and just like,
and the do they or do they not have heat with each other like rumor and innuendo, because supposedly they have heat between each other.
Really? But neither
man actually says that they do.
I've never heard that in any way, shape, or form.
So where it happened was during one of an episode of Up, Up, Down, Down.
Okay.
And Miro, who plays video games, Pac said something about, something being boring, and Miro was just like, oh, so like one of your matches. And just like there's a moment on Pac's face where he's just like, you are gonna say that to me? Really? like it's just one of those looks, like you can see that it's just like the call out isn't, oh, you mother, I'm gonna come over there. It's more like, really? Your matches.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those looks. So I'm like, and I've seen people read into it that, there's anger there. I'm like, no, that is somebody who he's getting called out by one of his friends.
Yep.
And he's
like, oh, really?
He's like, so like it's ball busting from a friend. And then like, I really wish right now that I could actually tell you that you have boring matches, and you're the one saying that I have boring matches. Oh, shut up.
Yeah, I have never heard that. But you can play into that too.
Yes.
And people who don't like each other, you still have to work with them.
Or they may have legit heat with
if
each other.
If they do, but guess what? You still have to work with people you don't like.
You don't, like, I don't care where you work. There is no way that you legitimately like everyone that you work with.
Yep.
So you may go, I never talked to them. They're over there. Okay.
Yeah. So, but even that, but Pac.
But Tom in accounting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pac.
You know what you did, Tom.
Pac and Miro would be the better matchup Miro drop to, because it would just be a really good one. And Pac is such an established star in AEW. It doesn't hurt Miro when he loses it.
No, and it takes having a belt seriously.
Yeah, they both do.
Yeah. I want Orange Cassidy to be the one that takes it off from him, though.
Off of Pac?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But it was just one of those things that would just be, I think it would be a great matchup.
Silver takes it from Orange. Yeah, you know what? There's Sammy gets in there somehow.
Yeah. You could do a lot of stuff, but I really think that's a great little thing there. I would love to see at some point, this is where we're going to get into the too many championships.
Too many cooks?
Championships.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they always kind of have that with the TNT, fuck the world championship, which is just pointless at this point.
It's, you know what? It's just a thing.
Yeah,
it's a prop.
Just
like, it's one of the few times where you have an actual prop.
Yeah, just get rid of it at this point. It doesn't do anything. But I wouldn't mind at some point. This is after the women's tag titles come in.
Okay.
And after a second tier women's championship comes in. And if you're going to do this, the 6-man tag come in. Again, this is a lot of titles. But I wouldn't mind seeing a 3rd tier title be brought in for the new stars.
Okay.
To fight over. And that would be the one that could really change hands quite often because it's for new stars. But I don't think they will. I think they'll stick to the they're not going to have that. If they did do a 3rd tier title, I'd be thinking it'd be something for like Dark, probably.
Most likely. Elevation.
But I've heard them talking about at some point they want to use Dark and Elevation as a developmental.
It makes sense.
That would be the way you could just bring the belts there. They're only defended on Elevation and Dark.
Yeah.
They're meant for developmental, all of that. Time will tell, but I'd always liked, that's one of the things I really liked about WCW.
Yeah.
Was you had the world, you had the US, you had the television, and then the cruiserweight. And then eventually the television disappeared.
Yes.
But you still had you had like 4 different championships for different types of people.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they did at one point near the end have the hardcore title.
Yep. That one.
Honestly, though, WWE's hardcore title was actually better.
Yep. And then you had the cruiserweight tag titles, which were garbage championships.
What
Mysterio still has his belt.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because he was the last one who was the last champion when WCW went out of business. And he still has the belt, apparently.
You know what? That's cool.
WWE said didn't care about it, so...
No. Honestly, a cruiserweight, like, outside of the way that New Japan is set up.
Yeah.
Any other organization cannot honestly have a cruiserweight tag team division.
No, WCW could have done it.
Oh, they had that much talent?
They had a lot. They had so many cruiserweights on that weight.
Oh, they did.
But remember, they had a big... By the end, they still had a huge division.
Yeah, they did.
But the reason why I joke about it is because they waited way too long to bring them in.
Yeah.
They brought them in like within less than a year before they closed and WWE bought them.
Oh, yeah.
They should have bought them in like two years after the Cruiserweight. When the Cruiserweight title was really hot with all those Cruiserweight, that's when they should have brought the belts in.
Should have brought the titles in. Yeah, tag titles in.
At that point. So, but going back to on topic, but yeah, this is really, I think, a really good timing. I really think AEW has a right mid-card where they can use that TNT title and Miro is that unbeatable force for the person. Okay,
Yes.
I want you to pick one person I didn't mention that you'd like to see maybe beat Miro for the title that you can think of at least.
Okay. All right. You might call me crazy,
Crazy.
but Frank Kazarian. Or
I could see that. I mean, that's very unlikely, but I would be okay. Yeah, you'd have to really build him up as a singles in AEW because he's been primarily a tag team.
And I'm not
AEW.
saying that he's going to take it off from Miro right away.
No. But I mean, you have to really build him up.
I'm saying maybe Miro's second reign, Frank gets it there.
Maybe.
I mean, if you go for a relatively short reign, unless you're deciding on the full year reign, and then, I mean, by that point, you can build up Frank by that point.
Because, we know Frank can go single.
And also it might be his, that's a good way for him to go out. But he gets one last championship run.
But yeah, I mean, because Frankie, like, we know he can go as a single star.
Yes.
But AEW, homegrown talent who just became AEW fans, not from the indies.
Right.
Have only seen him really as a tag team star.
Yeah.
And that's what he's been doing for the last several years, even on the indies before AEW. So it makes sense. I'm going to throw out one person that was on the list just because why the fuck not? And it's probably going to be Miro's first challenger, Lance Archer.
Okay.
Miro, the unstoppable force, meets his unmovable...
Meets the murder hawk.
Meets the murder hawk.
I mean, the man who's willing to kill faces off against the murder hawk.
The man who's willing to kill meets the guy who actually kills.
Yeah. Who brings a dead body to the ring, and he's just like, I finished this. I'm done with it. Now it's your turn.
The guy who actually brought a jobber to the ring just so he could hit his finisher on it in front of his opponent to
I know.
intimidate him against Miro. That'd be cool. Yeah, I would love to see Lance Archer be that guy too, but there's other people I'd rather see first. But at some point, I definitely want to see Lance Archer hold that belt.
Yes.
He's really impressed in the last year. The way they brought him in, like with the Jason Snake and just that whole storyline, not the best use of him. It got him over in a way, but they finally found that direction with Lance to really optimize him. And I think in the next year or two, you can really push him to the moon. TNT title run, maybe even a world title run in
Heck yeah.
in there.
Heck yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have. We're done. We've talked about Miro, the TNT Championship, all that good stuff. We don't actually have
fanboyed about AEW for a while.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, so
Notice me, senpai. Send us money.
Like, subscribe.
Should we take a moment for the sponsors?
Yes, we should.
Okay.
That is a whole lot of nothing.
All right.
You know what? We're just gonna end it right here because I'm just gonna wherever I cut off on the Dead Parrot on the Black Knight sketch, I'm just gonna put that part here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll do you for that.
You what?
Come here.
What are you gonna do? Bleed on me?
I'm invincible.
You're a loony.
The Black Knight always triumphs. I have at you.
I'm gonna take your last leg off.
All right then, we'll call it a draw.
Come, Patsy.
Run away, eh? You yellow bastard! Come back here and come take what's coming to you. I'll bite your legs